Well, here we are. Mass hysteria has hit. Everything has been canceled. Conventions, theme parks, sporting events, manufacturing on things are probably going to slow down. People are being quarantined all across the country, all across the world. It is just absolutely insane to think where we were just a few weeks ago here in the United States to versus where we are now and even around the world. Now, there are people out there that will say, I told you so, and maybe you did. But I just cannot comprehend what's going on. I have my own opinions about why it has hit this level of insanity, but we are where we are. So it really doesn't matter what I think about why we are where we are. The question is what are we going to do? How are we going to handle it? Well, again, you look back 2 weeks ago, where we were versus where we are now, and I couldn't have really comprehended that all of this would be happening. So I don't know what to prepare for the next week, 2 weeks, month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. I have no idea. But I will tell you what I'm going to do. What I'm going to focus on, number one, is the safety of my friends and family and my team at Geeks and Gamers. That's going to be my first priority, is making sure everyone is safe and, has the things that they need that I can control. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to play some video games. I'm going to play some video games. I'm going to watch some movies. I'm going to watch some Netflix. I'm just going to relax and chill out, because what else can I do? I am being told to stay in my house. I'm being told that I can't leave. So I'm just going to play some video games, and we're going to play a lot here on this channel and on Gaming with Geeks. But my suggestion to you is play some video games, play some old school games, play some games that maybe bring you back to, a better time, a nostalgic time, your childhood or something like that. Play some N64, play some Super Nintendo, play some Sega Genesis, play some OG Xbox, play something that kind of takes your mind off of everything going on, because watching the cable news, the 24/7 cable news cycle, is not going to help at all. It is important to educate yourself. I absolutely agree, but watching wall-to-wall news coverage on cable news is not going to be helpful. Zone out. Obviously, keep your, notifications on for good, trusted news sources out there. Agenda Free TV is a great channel here on YouTube. Steve Lookner does a fantastic job over there. I would suggest, subscribing to that channel. Steve has been on top of this coronavirus thing for a long time, and he goes live all the time. And follow him on Twitter. That's where you're going to have a lot of good information right there. But the cable news is just, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. We're thinking about streaming Star Wars: The Old Republic here on the channel. Potentially a long stream. Maybe even, I don't know if we're going to do 24 hours, but we're gonna do some really fun streams here. We're going to do some on Gaming with Geeks. We don't have anything to talk about on Sports Wars right now except for speculation. It's absolutely crazy. It's unbelievable. Right now is just a time to relax and not go crazy, and just find some fun things to do to take your mind off of all of the craziness, because that is all you can do. Like I said, here's a few games I'm going to be playing just to maybe give you some ideas. So like I said, we've got Star Wars: The Old Republic. We're going to be playing this here on Geeks and Gamers. I'm looking forward to that. We have Knights of the Old Republic, which is another great game. And, getting into this game is definitely a way to take your mind off of all of the craziness going on. One of my personal favorite games of all time, and one of the greatest multiplayer games of all time, is Titanfall 2. If you have not played Titanfall 2, I would urge you to buy it right now digitally. The campaign is phenomenal, and the multiplayer aspect is as good as you will ever experience on any game. It is an amazing game, and it's not even close. This is a really good one if you like scary games. Alien Isolation. This game is crazy. And with the fact that we're supposed to be isolated, it kind of makes sense. So play some Alien Isolation. I know I could be putting the clips of these games in, but I like my physical copies. Another multiplayer game, Rocket League. Now, I have Rocket League on Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch. This is a fantastic multiplayer. It is basically soccer with cars, and it is amazing. It is amazing what they were able to do with this game. Phenomenal. Oldie but goodie, at least oldie for, you know, current gen stuff, but Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze on the Switch. This is a very difficult game. If you love Donkey Kong Country back in the day on Super Nintendo, you're going to love Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. This is an awesome game. One you're all going to be familiar with is Halo. This is the Master Chief Collection. I would just suggest playing through Halo. What an amazing storyline from Halo 1, 2, and 3. There's a lot of debate on, you know, how things go from there, but I love all of these games. Halo is a fantastic game franchise. The multiplayer aspect is amazing, but the storyline is what can really pull you out of all of this nonsense. Zone into this, and you will be blown away if you have never experienced that. Other games, you know, we got Battlefront here. G.I. Joe the movie is a great movie from the 80s that you should be watching. And just because I want to show them off, mainly just one, but I want to show off this beauty that I picked up the other day. Diddy Kong Racing in the box. Wow. With instructions and all. That is a beauty. It's in great shape. That right there, my friends, is heaven on earth. And I will be playing my Diddy Kong Racing, Super Mario Kart 64. I've got a lot of old school games, and that's my suggestion for what, you know, maybe you should do. Play some games that take your mind away from all of this craziness. Watch some good Netflix series. Catch up on Better Call Saul, one of the best shows on television right now. If you're a Breaking Bad fan and you have not watched the prequel to Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, I highly urge you to do so. It is fantastic, and it is on Netflix. Amazing show. But there's so much out there. Take your mind off of this craziness. Subscribe to Geeks and Gamers. We're going to continue to produce content to the best of our ability here. It's probably going to be a lot of live streaming and a lot of just hanging out and having fun and just kind of, you know, trying to make people laugh and smile right now. There's not a whole lot going on in the entertainment industry because everything is at a halt, from sports to entertainment to even the real world with jobs and everything. It is absolutely crazy. So let me know what you're going to do to pass the time. Maybe you have some games that you would like to, you know, suggest to people in the comments. Also, Half-Life 2. Half-Life 2. If you have not played Half-Life 2, and that includes episode 1 and 2 that comes along with it, do it right now. Stop watching my stupid ass right now and play Half-Life 2. Half-Life 2, one of the greatest experiences you will ever find in the history of video games. You can get the orange box. If you're a PC gamer, obviously you have access to it, but you can get the orange box. I don't know if you can get it digitally. That's a good question, because obviously you can't go out and buy games, but the orange box was on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 if I'm not mistaken. And I don't know if you can buy it digitally. It would be interesting if you can buy it digitally. But if you have access to it, please play Half-Life 2 with episode 1 and 2. You will thank me. You will definitely thank me. Other than that, hope everybody stays safe. I personally don't think it's a big deal. But hey, I could be wrong. And a week from now, I could be regretting that. But right now, I am still looking at the situation for what it is, and I think it's completely overblown. I do not trust the mainstream media. I do not trust these politicians. And this whole thing just seems to me to be scare tactics, and it's 2020, and we have an election. Again, maybe I'm wrong. Time will tell. You guys have a great day. Stay safe, and let's talk video games. Let's have some fun. Subscribe to Gaming with Geeks, our gaming channel. And other than that, hope you all have a great day, and we will talk to you later.